Hey Darkness fans, Destin Legary here for IGN.com, and today I'm helping you get the One Man Army achievement or trophy. It's a little tricky, but I have a few tactics that could help you get it in your first run. Jumping forward to the restaurant scene, it should be noted that you can, at any time, hit the start button and go to restart level. Now, you have to restart the whole level. You can't restart a checkpoint. You have to go from the very beginning if you don't get it. So you gotta watch a few things, but you can skip this opening cinematic after you look at the person on your left, even though they say they're right. And now we get into the action. We're about to get the gun, and right away things kick off. Okay, so right away try and shoot these guys running out, but only use about 3 rounds, and then this guy, shoot him right away. Now I found one tactic that works really well. And you blind fire with the right trigger, and then you zoom in and shoot them. And usually you can get them down in 2 shots. Now, right now, we're frozen on the second guy that you have an opportunity to kill. So there's 2 possible kills. Now, if you miss one of them, don't worry. But that first guy who we took out, who you saw me take out, he is pretty easy to get. At least try and get him. Now, these guys on the left, there's about 4 or 5 free kills here where the game just kind of stops unless you take your time killing these guys. But what I want you to note is when the van screeches up in the background, because at that point, there's 5 or 6 guys way in the distance through the window that you can actually shoot and kill. So there's the van, and what I recommend doing is shooting the guy on the left and leaving the guy on the right alive for the time being. Now, you might have seen the people start running. Now they're going to come into my field of vision, and I'm going to try and shoot them through this first window. But because there's another guy coming and hiding behind that table, it might move my reticle towards him and not towards the people outside. Do your best to shoot them in the first window, then move to the second window and try and get a few of them there. Okay, so they're gone. Just focus on the remaining characters in this restaurant area. There's not anybody else in the background. Just shoot them and take them out. Okay, so they're all gone. Now, right away, move all the way to the right and get ready to shoot a guy who hides behind a table again. There he is right there, and use the 2-fire technique where you hip fire and then zoom in and fire. Now, if you're lucky, you can get that second guy, but he's pretty tricky. And then there's pretty much a freebie on your left right here. You can see he's shooting me at the moment. What I decided to do is go for that guy who I knew was injured instead of the easy kill. If you can get both of those guys, that'd be great. You can get all 3 of them, that's phenomenal. Okay, so now we don't see people for a little bit, but a guy's going to come out of that door right there and hide behind those liquor bottles. So I get him right away using the 2-shot technique, and then I go for the guy on the right. Go for the guys in the distance, not the guys that are close, because when you start being dragged again, you have another opportunity to shoot them. Now we go through a bit of a cutscene moment, and we get ready for a few free kills. I think it's 4 or 5 free kills in this spot.
Oh, you gotta give me a second, Jackie. I ain't been to the gym in weeks. Jesus Christ. Keep them off our backs.
Now, your first shot with this first guy is going to miss because you usually hit a liquor bottle. Don't worry about it because you're going to get all these kills anyway. I don't think you can advance the story without shooting all these guys. Make sure you reload before triggering the next event. I always try and have a full clip. Things get pretty tricky right here. You're using 2 guns. So what I try and do is I will start firing with the right one, hit the left trigger to zoom in and get better accuracy with my 2 guns, but I'll waste all the ammo in one, so I'm constantly shooting. I waste all the ammo with the right gun, that one starts reloading, then I start wasting all my ammo with the left gun. The point is here to constantly keep firing at stuff at a steady rate, but not like a spastic rate until the really close to the end. Okay, so they're pretty far in the distance. There's about 3 or 4 guys on my right that I can go for now. Keep those guys in mind because they're fairly easy to kill, but things get really difficult here because you're being dragged, so you're bouncing all over the place while you're shooting at these guys. And there we go. I get the 25th kill, and once you get to that point where it makes your reticle go in the sky, it's really difficult to shoot anybody. Now, I hope these tactics helped you to get to 25 kills. You know, maybe you got lucky and did it in your first try. It took me a few attempts, but I got it, and I was able to enjoy the game from this point on. For more achievements, if you're stuck on any of the secret ones, I know there's one really tricky secret one near the end that it took me a little bit to figure out, but I have that one. For any of the achievements in this game, be sure to check on IGN.com because I've got all of them.